Vasistha continued. When knowledge becomes the object of knowing, it is known as bondage. Liberation is when knowledge ceases to be such an object of knowing. There's actually only the knowing. There isn't anything to be known, simply the knowing. When we think that there's something to be known, when we think that notions of objects are more important than the knowing itself, then this is bondage. Rama asked, how does the firm conviction that knowledge is the object of knowing come to an end? And liberation is when we get in touch with that knowing again. We can find it through our own sense of being. When we can be at peace in our sense of being, this is knowing. It's liberation. Vasistha said, when there is full awakening, the dullness of intelligence comes to an end. And that dullness of intelligence is when you think that there are things to be known. Then liberation, which is formless, peaceful and real, comes into being. And this is our sense of being. It doesn't really come into being, it's just simply realized that liberation, which is formless, which means we're not getting caught up in forms, in objects. It's peaceful, it's unagitated, and it's real. We should also notice that Vasistha said when there is full awakening, and this is as a result of spiritual practice, of inquiry. There is initial awakening, which is immediate and can happen in any circumstance. And then there's establishment in that awakening, which comes about through spiritual practice. Ram said, what is that perfect awakening which is perfect knowledge, and by which a living being here is freed from bondage? Vasistha said, knowledge does not have an object to know. So in other words, this is what's described here as knowledge is the simple knowing. Knowledge is independent and eternal. It is beyond description and definition. When this truth is directly realized, there is perfect knowledge. Ram said, what is the division that arises between knowledge and the object of knowing? In what sense do we use the word knowledge? Vasistha said, full awakening or enlightenment is jnana, or knowledge. Its contemplation is the means to such awakening. There is in reality no division between knowledge and the object of knowing. It's simply knowing. And its contemplation is the means to its realization. It just means being with your knowing. Awareness of awareness. Paying attention to the attention. This is jnana. Ram said, if that is so, how has this deluded vision of knowledge and the object of knowing arisen in the first place and become firmly rooted? And this is a question which keeps coming up. Why have we succumbed to the illusion? Why have we allowed our reality to be usurped by the illusion of an external reality? The illusion of an external, material, concrete reality. Vasistha said, it is on account of the deluded belief that there is something other than knowledge, something outside of itself, that the division has arisen. In fact, there is nothing either inside or outside. I was in the gym yesterday doing some weights in front of a mirror, and there was a mirror behind me as well. So there was that phenomenon of infinite reflections. And it struck me that that infinite creation took no effort whatsoever. It took no energy. And we're often told that the world is a reflection in consciousness. And this is the nature of a reflection. It takes no will. The mirrors were doing absolutely no work to produce infinite reflections. It's just something that happens. It's the nature of mirrors, the nature of reflection. It's the nature of consciousness. With absolutely no effort, everything is reflected into existence. And there's no will or intention involved. It's just what happens. Ram said, all this that seems to be obvious, I, you, etc., and all these elements and the diverse beings that we surely experience, how can it be accepted that they do not exist? Vasistha said, the cosmic person of Virat and the cosmos, etc., did not in fact come into being at the very beginning of creation. This is the usual story that's given. The mythology of creation began with the cosmic person. But this is just a notion. It's just a story. Hence, there has never been an object of seeing at any time whatsoever. So all Vasistha is saying is, well, the question doesn't really arise. But in order to realize it, just be with your sense of being. Just be in the here and in the now. It's not to deny the existence of anybody or anything. It's just about not getting caught up in their notions. It's just about not getting caught up in the notions of something out there or of other beings.